this is Star, and today I want to mess around with automating this here button right here. It actually sounds really cool when used in this context. That's just a filter, right? But what I want to do is I want to use clips to automate it, and I want to see if I want to mess around with clips a little bit more because clips are kind of really powerful. So realistically, what we want to do is we don't want to use this one. We want to use this one, and we're going to use some recording automation or some clip automation. So what I want to do is I want to actually automate this little button. So we go here, we click on it, and I believe it's this one. Yeah, so if you move it, it alters this right here, and then in here is the line, and you can sit here and go like this, go like this, go like this, go like this. And what it does is it automates this little button over here, and you can see the little thing there. So that when I go back to the beginning and play it, you can see it's being automated by the automation there. Nothing special, right? And it only acts when I play it. But one of the cool things you could do is put it over here, and you see the little mark over here. That's the automation working. So if I go, it follows the clip, and it plays over and over and over again because I'm telling it to. So if I want to stop, and then you click on the clip here, you should be able to say turn off looping, and then you can say, hey, how do I want my play mode? Do you want to do it from start? You got all kinds of, there it is. What do I do after the clip is done? Do I play the next one? Do I keep on looping over and over again? Do I play the next one? Do I play a random? And that's actually what we're going to do is we're going to play a random one. So we're going to have a couple of clips going with a couple of different automations. So if I got another clip here and I want to do something more with the automation, and then drag it over, it has a different automation. So now, and right now I have it set back to looping, and then I have it on next action. I probably want to play other. So it'll go to this one. Kind of cool stuff, probably slightly annoying, but overall cool concepts to do because if you think about it, you got the automation here, and the automation's following the clip and not the actual path over here, because if we did it without the path, it would go twice and then it would stop and then it would stop playing. So this is kind of cool for like live playing or stuff, or messing around with how you want your automation to be before you actually commit to something. And you could just take and drag and drop, and all of a sudden you got duplicates of your automation. Cool stuff, right? And so now I got the automations going over and over again. But if I want to change it up, I could just put it down and it changes the automation there. So now I can actually, instead of putting it over here, I can do it this one. I can play. All right. And it just goes. And so basically the track that I built now is building the automation. So I could just drag and drop automation lanes willy-nilly wherever I want and replace them whenever I want, which kind of concerns me, because if I wanted to build something with MIDI, I think it'll get replaced unless I build the MIDI over here and I just go like this. And now it's So if I have something built MIDI over here, so you can see the MIDI. But if I go and, yeah, it places over the MIDI. So realistically, you kind of want to have these clips contain everything you need it to contain. Or you need to be careful on what you can exactly do with these clips. I know you can copy and paste the modulation itself, like in an area like this, and then do copy, and then you can go over to here, and then you could do paste. Or you should have been able to paste the modulation. Oh, there it goes. Maybe you have to have some modulation, or maybe it's just missing the clip. Yeah, it's just missing the clip. So realistically, you can copy and paste modulation, so it's not, or the automation, so it's not that difficult. That's somewhat interesting. Very interesting. So if I move it, it doesn't move the automation. But if I delete it, it deletes the automation. Of course, this came with the automation. Okay, so that's well and great for one lane of automation. What about multiple lanes? So you have a clip, and this is a single lane of modulation. But if we want to go and modulate something else, like the actual cutoff, you see all the modulations removed, and it's removed down here. So what happened to it? Possibly nothing. Basically, it's just another modulation, or another. See, the button's still there, so it's got to be in there. It's just not showing it because basically I don't think we have it starred. So there we go. There's the star, and if we put in this one, there it goes back, right? And so we can add that one. And so now we have two of them. We have this one, and then we have this one. So this one doesn't have any modulation. So what'll happen is that we do another lane. All right, so now what I want to try is I want to move this with its two modulations over, and see that we can replace it if we want. But it also removes the MIDI. So that probably wasn't that smart of me. So I can move it over to here, and then now I have the two lanes of modulation. You can't copy and paste it. Oh, that's cool. You can actually edit when it starts and stops. Which is not bad for doing it. Mostly what I like to do is I like to move the clip down here, and I can alter, or I can remap the MIDI if I wanted to. So down here with the clip, I can go down here, and then I could sit there. Oh, sorry, alter the tempo. I can do crossfade, fills, groove on and off. I can alter this stuff through a clip, and I can mix and match clips with the tempo as well as the volume, the panning, the mute the thing, or I can add a MIDI lane and mess with the pitch bending or the CC. The issue is that if you got something on here already, which I'm trying to figure out, how can you update the clip? I mean, you could copy and paste it. Kind of weird. Not exactly working like I wanted to. This is the reason why I'm messing around with it. I don't do whole clips a lot. I know about the single modulation. I know that you could do multiple, or the automation, sorry. But this is kind of something I think probably can get a little bit of work on Bitwig is probably going to take a little bit to try to figure out. There it goes. So it shows that. You can copy. Oh, you can paste. Okay, so that's one way of dealing with it. So therefore, I can add in new modulation lanes in there. It takes a little bit of work, but as long as your clips are kind of the same, you can do the same thing. And then this keeps my MIDI. And should be able to keep the modulation. So if I'm playing it, you can see it moving. So it's automating or modulating. I keep on calling it a modulator because it kind of works kind of like you can think of it almost like curves or something, but well, actually you could think of it like curves without because basically all you're doing is you're kind of customizing your own thing here. So I can emulate or take that. And sort of like draw it the same way. And this is just looping over and over again in the same way that this happens. It loops over and over and over. So basically, it's a curves. Although if I wanted to do curves on this thing for the different clips, the differences would be this would be like being able to go between different curves, not just staying with the same curve over and over again. You could theoretically just go to this one, then to this one, then to this one, and change your modulation source or your automation source, and be able to change the automation depending on what you want and keep it the same way. And then keep on drawing in new ones and mess with stuff here. Draw a new automation. Copy it. So now I got this automation for this right here. And so if I click on that one, copy the lines, copy it, go back to this one, paste it, make sure I'm on the right one, and then boom, I got my copy. And now both my ones are automating. So now I'm creating clips of automation and going back and forth and just taking a little bit of effort to like create a stuff, and now that's copied over. I can delete that clip all I want and go back to working with it on this side, creating the clip with the automation, going back over here, copy and pasting it and making a clip of automation for my knobs to work together so that I can go between them. Between the MIDI, if I want the MIDI, or if I don't, I could literally copy and paste the clips. Open that up, go over here, paste it, and then I got a somewhat similar one. Now, if I wanted this one, should be able to mark it, copy it, go here, paste it, and then I got it similar on a different lane. So it'd be really good for mixing and matching and testing out different automations on different things to see, like, hey, I liked it so much on the filter part of it, I want it on the resonance part of it, or I want it on something entirely different automated. So instead of automating this, I could probably just put in some sort of delay. And then take the mix. So now it's already with the mix here. So I want to hit it. There's that delay mix there. And I want to copy this one. And then put it on the delay here. And blammo, I got the delay mix. So kind of cool. Kind of cool. Hopefully this helped. Not probably the cleanest or the best way of messing around with automation or creating automation clips, but it works, and it works kind of okay. Now that I know the workaround, that I can sit there and be able to probably create a library of clips using these little MIDI clips, like make a little thing, and then could I actually do new project? Oh, I could. But does it copy the... it wouldn't copy the automation now, would it? Copy. Looks like it copied the MIDI, but not the automation. Copy. Oh no, there it goes. Sort of. I think it was a limited copy. Yeah, I copied 3 of the points, not 4. Not only that, but I wasn't copying the 2 bars. There we go. So boom! If you had a new project, you can keep this project open, have all your clips together, and then on a different project, copy and paste your automation. That's kind of cool. And then that way you can sit there and have a whole library of different paths for automation that you need on the different things, and be able to drag and drop them over or copy them over. Maybe useful, maybe not. I don't know. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I will catch you later.